A few bonehead teens decided to play a prank on a guy in Frisco, Texas, knocking on or banging on his door at night and got shot at. Let's check it out.
The police department says a ding-dong ditching prank could have turned deadly for three teenagers. Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes. A resident fired multiple rounds at those teens as they were driving away. Fox 4's Lori Brown live in Frisco with that story. Lori.
Heather, the Frisco police chief is warning that the viral trend of kids knocking on a door and then running away could have deadly and lifelong consequences, and both teens and homeowners need to pay attention.
These things can spiral out of control.
58-year-old Damon Wolf called police to report himself as a victim of a crime July 28th. At 10:50 p.m., three teens banged on his door and took off.
As the officers looked at the circumstances related to everything, they determined that.
I'm sorry, this is not ding dong ditch. This is not ringing somebody's doorbell and running away. These punk teens are going around kicking people's doors, banging on them, scaring the heck out of people. This could have deadly consequences, and it has. We'll get into that in a little bit. Let's keep going here.
He had gone beyond just simply defending his home and had actually committed an offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
The Frisco Police Department said Wolf went into the street and fired multiple rounds at a car he believed was involved. Frisco Police Chief David Shilson says his actions crossed a legal line.
The homeowner went beyond defending his home. He ran out into a street. He fired shots into a vehicle as it was coming his direction, and then
yeah, okay, he did go a little too far in that case. He didn't have to go out into the streets and start shooting, but these are some of the consequences you may face by banging on somebody's door at night. You know who's behind that door and what they're capable of doing.
And as it had already passed him, and certainly there's a lot of risk associated with where those bullets could go.
The teens initially told their parents and police that they were shot while northbound on Legacy, but they eventually admitted to ding-dong ditching in a random neighborhood. Police say there were 3 bullet holes in the vehicle.
They were scared and, certainly realized that they shouldn't have been out, doing the pranks like they were. And so I think they were concerned about that, and they didn't want to initially report it, but certainly one of the parents involved, felt the importance of reporting it, and I'm glad that they did.
The prank itself is nothing new, but Chief Shilson urges parents to warn their kids against it, especially with extreme examples trending on social media.
None of these pranks are worth losing your life over.
Wolf is facing 2 to 20 years in prison for the 3 counts of aggravated assault. Since there was no damage done to Wolf's store, the teens are not facing any charges. Heather.
I mean, look, I remember I did something stupid when I was younger. We were egging cars when I was 17 around Halloween time, and we picked the wrong car, the wrong vehicle. That was a mistake. We threw one of the guys in the car with me that I was in decided to throw an egg at a truck, and the guy he busted a U-turn and chased us around for a solid 10 minutes. I was scared to death. We finally lost him. He somehow found us again, and the chase continued. I was ready to jump out and just start running. I mean, who knows what kind of nut job was inside that vehicle? So this just goes to show you that you shouldn't be doing things like this. And we'll get into an example right here. This happened in Virginia where somebody actually did get shot.
For the first time since he was arrested for second-degree murder, malicious wounding, and firearms charges, Tyler Chase Butler faced a judge this morning. The 27-year-old is ordered to stay in jail without bond after he was accused of shooting and killing 18-year-old Massaponic High senior Michael Bosworth. The sheriff's office says Butler fired shots at Bosworth and 2 other teenagers because he thought they were breaking into his house along Mackenzie Lane in Fredericksburg. It happened around 3 a.m. Saturday. Here's neighbor Maria Sedlak.
I just woke up and they house was flashing with blue lights.
Court documents reveal a much different story. They say the 2 other teens who survived claimed they were playing the Ding Dong Ditch Challenge. It's a TikTok prank where kids try to kick a stranger's front door and run away. According to the detective, he and his friends had hit a couple of doors in the neighborhood. The juvenile is not familiar with the neighborhood that they were in. The juvenile said as they were running from a residence, he and his friends were shot at.
Did they kick on
Doors.
your door, do you know?
Not on ours.
But you know
on
down
other
here.
neighbors, yes.
The case has sparked a big debate in the Spotsylvania community.
I just feel like it was very unfortunate all the way around. I feel sorry for the parents, but I also feel sorry for my neighbors. If someone came, kicking on my door, like front door, back door, wherever door, we will have been protecting our house too.
Bosworth's family didn't want to go on camera, but his stepfather tells WSA 9 he was a kid who loved to play lacrosse. He was getting ready to graduate with aspirations of joining the U.S. Marine Corps.
Butler now has a preliminary hearing scheduled in June. He was assigned a public defender this morning. Meantime, friends of Michael Bosworth held a vigil for him last night with the message, "Justice for Mikey."
Look, the way I feel about this, look, I tried to find details on this, what happened with the hearing. I know he had in June, but I don't know. I don't think teenagers should be partaking in these kinds of activities. In my opinion, this guy was just defending his home. He was just, like the lady said, if front door, back door, somebody kicks it, it sounds like it's being kicked in, they're going to defend their home, as would I. So, I mean, everybody can form their own opinion, but this looks like a case of self-defense. This guy was protecting his home, and unfortunately, he got charged for murder. It happened in Virginia. I tell you right now, in Texas or Florida, things may have been a little bit different. Yeah, but crazy stuff. Look, it happened in Frisco. Frisco's a nice area. I mean, it had heard some things about Frisco, uptick in homelessness, and there was a stabbing there recently. A teenager got stabbed by another teen randomly, and then we had that situation over there with Carmelo Anthony. And then there was a guy who got his throat cut by a Lyft driver got his throat cut by a nut job being dropped off at an apartment. Yeah, I mean, Frisco is a very busy, booming town. It's a lot of major highway right there, major street, lots of businesses. I mean, a lot going on in Frisco. But I'm glad I live where I live. I don't live over there. I mean, it's not the hood or anything, but yeah, I will leave it at that. Like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Take care.